Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Nerf GelFire Quadrant. I purchased this blaster at Target for $19.99 USD. The recommended age for this blaster is 14 plus. It comes with 5,000 gel rounds, a 400 round hopper, and a set of protective eyewear. The blaster also features 4-round slam fire. So with that out of the way, let's get this thing out of the box and see what's inside. Inside of the box, we get a set of instructions, our 400 round hopper, protective eyewear, and our 5,000 gel rounds. So this is kind of a new style of hopper than what we've seen in the past. Not sure if this is going to help with feeding, but we'll have to see. Our eyewear is the same that we see with the other GelFire blasters, just a very simple set of eyewear, and just a standard pack of 5,000 gel rounds. So the blaster is pump action. You pump the handle and you pull the trigger to fire. It also has slam fire, so if we hold down the trigger and pull back and push forward, it will fire as well. We also have this little safety on the side. If you push it in on the right, you can pull the trigger. Push it in on the left, it locks it. There's also a priming indicator on the back. If it's orange, that means it's primed. And if you can see through it, it means it's not primed. To load the blaster, you just take the cap off of the hopper here, load your rounds in, and then you can twist hopper on top. I have here one of the older style of large hopper. I don't remember the capacity of these, but it should fit on there like so. So without further ado, let's take this blaster out on the range and see how it fares. All right, so we're about 25 feet away. And we have our targets set up downrange. So let's take some shots with the Quadrant. See how it fares. Oh, and by the way, there are no sights on this blaster, so that would be your sight picture. So we'll see if we can hit anything. Hopefully the 4 shots make it easier to hit things. Let's aim for the target on the right. Okay, let's try some slam fire. Definitely not the easiest thing to aim. So let's move back to 50 feet and see if we get the same results. All right, so we're about 50 feet away and we have our range friends here. The chicken marks 25 feet, the frog marks 35 feet, the swan marks 40 feet, and the far back wall where the targets are marks 50 feet from where I'm standing. So we're gonna take a couple of normal shots first and then we'll move on to slam fire. So see if we can hit anything. Okay, let's try some slam fire. All right, so I think from a further distance away, slam fire becomes less effective because there's no stock on this. You're kind of like, when you're slam firing, it kind of moves the blaster a little bit, so it makes it a little bit less accurate, I guess. All right, so with our tests out of the way, let's move on to my final thoughts. All right, so let's talk about the Quadrant. So I have some kind of mixed feelings about this blaster. I got some positive thoughts as well as some negative ones, and I really have no idea where to start. I guess we'll start off with the things that surprised me about this blaster. For one, this blaster is quite reliable. I haven't had any jams or misfires while using this blaster, despite it even having that weird 4-shot gimmick to it. And while we're talking about that 4-shot gimmick, this blaster is quite consistent. It shot 4 shots at a time pretty much a majority of the time, though a few times it was shooting 5 or 6, but not really a problem here because this is kind of a shotgun style blaster, unlike the Igniter, which is a single shot jolt. I do like the prime on this blaster. It's actually quite smooth and surprisingly light. I also like the slam fire feature as well. Very nice to have it. Anytime a blaster has a slam fire in it, I believe it adds to the overall value to it. That's kind of where the positives end and the negatives begin. I mean, For one, this grip. What is this? What is this thing on the back here? Did they take the plastic from the trigger guard and shove it in the grip? I don't get it. And yeah, what is up with the lack of trigger guard too? Like it's a weird design decision. It's not a negative, but it's just a weird design decision in my opinion. Something I do wish they had on this blaster that they don't have is either a stock or a stock attachment point. Because when you're doing slam fire, this it's just kind of, the muzzle's kind of going all over the place, and that third point of contact definitely would help with accuracy. Now, of course, we're talking about a shotgun style blaster here though, so it's not that big of a deal. I'd have much more of a problem if it was, you know, let's say a single shot blaster, but it would be nice to have one. And that's also something I've noticed right now. There's no rails or anything on this blaster, so there's not much in terms of customization to it, but I don't really see that many accessories for these blasters anyway. So there you have it, the GelFire Quadrant. Overall, I do really like this blaster quite a bit. It's got some strange design decisions, but also some pretty neat features. I overall would recommend picking this blaster up if you want some form of shotgun style blaster, though I would still recommend picking this up on sale. I mean, it is $20. Save money where you can. Anyway, those are just my thoughts on the GelFire Quadrant. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section down below. Be sure to check out my video on the GelFire Raid, a similar blaster to this, a pump action shotgun style blaster. And be sure to check out my other videos. I'll have one linked at the end of the video that YouTube recommends. And as always, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.